David Otto. He is the director for Geneva Centre for Africa, Security and Strategic Studies and joins us live now from London as well. Thank you for being with us on the program, David. It's good to see you. Just give us some insight into this $6.2 billion mineral for infrastructure deal that the DRC is signing with China and how it's going to boost relations between the two.
Initially, this deal was a $3 million deal that was signed in 2008 by the former President Joseph Kabila. But when the new administration of Felix Tshisekedi came in, that deal was, changed by the Inspector General of Finance. They call him the IGF. And they actually demanded that the Chinese company called Seco Mines should actually increase the deal from 3 million to 20 million US dollars. So I think the negotiation has gone down to the point where the Chinese government and perhaps President Xi Jinping is ready to settle for a 6 million plus agreement. So it has been some kind of a back and forth between the DRC government and these Chinese companies. Most often not just about the amount of money, which the Congolese government said it was a lot more at their disadvantage. It wasn't a win-win. I think more so about the number of employees. For 50% employees to come from the DRC, so Congolese to have 50% employment from the company. So hopefully this will be some improvement, but not as much as the Congolese government wanted initially.
So how do you think that this is going to help him in his re-election bid in December to become or to continue leading the country?
I mean, for those who wanted, the 20 million that the Congolese government was asking for initially, they would see this deal as not a success. But, for just the fact that he has doubled the deal that the previous administration had signed, which was 3 million initially, some would see this as some kind of an improvement, in terms of, the development of roads and hospitals. But remember that, the company is meant to invest, and so far less than 1 billion has been invested in road infrastructure. So there is still a lot to be desired. Congo is, it's been affected by, the crisis in the northern part of Kivu. They're still, experiencing the impact of COVID-19. The shortage of food, as a result of the Ukraine and Russian war. And recently, they've just asked the IMF, to borrow money for some kind of a food relief package. So
right.
He has a lot to do. And I don't think, this deal alone is going to help him in his elections if he doesn't deal with all those other issues that I've just mentioned.
Right, and I think the IMF package is quite important to the people there. Do you think that he'd be able to lock down a deal with the IMF? And what's the sentiment among the people there towards him in going into the elections in December?
I mean, it's all divided. When you speak to the opposition, some of them are saying that, for example, that, President Tshisekedi has, appointed, his friends, to be, as judges. He is actually appointed, those that are in favor of the government to be part of what they call the Independent National Electoral Commission, the CENI. Others talk about the fact that the electoral rolls, are all favoring him. But this is from the opposition. When you talk to those who believe that he's done some improvement, they see him as some kind of a change from the old guard. But one of the key things that he would struggle is this war that is ongoing between himself, M23, and the Rwandan government. Of course, the Rwandan government has been accused by several parties, to aid M23. They've denied that. But the war in the northern part of Congo continues, and this is one of the biggest, the elephant in the room in terms of how, he will perform in the next election.
All right, David Otto, thank you so much for being with us here on the News Hour and sharing that analysis with us.